Hey guys, welcome back to Animation. In this tutorial today, we're gonna dive deep into Text Animators. Now, if you've been watching my past tutorials, you'll know that we have used Text Animators in the past to create the bouncy effect, wiggle effect, or just simple typing in animation. However, in this video, I'm actually going to explain in more depth about the different settings so you'll understand what they do. So the first thing that I want you to do is to type in a sentence that has a couple of different words, and I want you to break them down into 3 or 4 lines. I'll explain to you why later. So let's start with opacity first because that's the easiest one. So in order to create text animator, you just have to select your text layer, untwirl your text layer, and then go to this animate, and you see this little arrow, just click on it and it'll show you a couple of different values that you can animate. And now we're just gonna select opacity first. And then the next thing that you want to do is to make sure the opacity is set to 0. So this value is basically gonna be your animation, so it's gonna animate from 0 to 100. So say if you want to animate it from like 50% opacity, that can work too, but usually I'll just do 0% because I want the text to start from nothing to something. Now scroll down to this range selector and we're just going to animate the offset. Go back to the very first frame of your composition and then create a keyframe there, and then go to around 1 second, and then I'm just going to change the offset to 100%. So if you preview it now, it's basically just kind of like giving this typing in animation. And as you can see, if we look at here closely, so basically the character is animated by the opacity. So each character will start from like 0 opacity and then go to 100 opacity. That's why, as you can see here, the S is kind of like faded and then it goes to 100. So that's what the opacity text animator does. If you scroll down under advanced here, and if you look at based on, it's set to characters. That means that it's animated per character, but you can change it to words. And basically your text gonna be animated per word. And there's also lines. And it's basically going to animate your text per line. That's why I wanted you to break down the sentence into a couple of different lines so that we can see the difference between the based on option here. I'm just going to turn it back to characters. And then we're going to have a look at the smoothness here. So at the moment, the smoothness is 100. That's why the opacity kind of like transitioning from 0 to 100 smoothly. But if you change the smoothness to 0, basically the opacity will not transitioning smoothly at all. It will just change from 0 to 100 without any transition. That's why if we preview it here now, it just looks like it's typing in instead of like smoothing in. So that's opacity. That's pretty easy. Now we're gonna move on to position. Now position is going to be a bit tricky. If you don't get in the first go, that's okay. It took me a couple of years to understand and experiment with position text animators anyway, so you'll get there. Again, let's go to this animate and click on the arrow, and now we're going to choose position. So similar to opacity, position has value here, but this time it has the X and Y value. So basically, these values is gonna be the position where you want the text to end up in or where you want the text to start from. So let's just play around with the Y value for this exercise. And I'm gonna change it to 100. Now you see that as soon as I type in a number, it just goes down. So that basically, it went down by 100 points. And say if you wanna make it like 200, then it'll go down even more. But if you want to make it like 10, it's just gonna go down a little bit. I'm gonna type it back to 100 and go under the range selector and animate the offset again. So create the keyframe there and then create another keyframe around 2 seconds and change it to 100. So it's basically just going to animate the character one by one from the 100 position to the original position. Now if we go under advanced, again, if we change the based on, at the moment it's set to characters, but if we change it to words, then it's just going to animate the position of each word. And same with line, it's going to animate the position of each line. Now let's go to something that's a bit more complicated, shape. In order to understand shape, I'm actually gonna duplicate this text. I'm gonna turn off the one on the bottom, and I'm gonna change this text to just like lots of dots, and then hit Control Alt Home to make the anchor point to the center of the object, and then Control Home to bring the object into the center of the composition. Now if we open this text layer, I'm gonna change the based on back to characters. Now shape, at the moment it's set to square. So if you set your based on to square, it's basically gonna move in kind of like in a square shape. As you can see there, it's a bit rigid like that. It looks like a square. But then if you change it to ramp up, the text will go up one by one. So that's ramp up. And then if you change it to ramp down, it's gonna be the opposite of ramp up. The text is gonna go down one by one. Now, as you can see here, when you change to ramp up and ramp down, it seems like the text kind of like starts midway. That's because we have to change the offset to -100. So let's preview it again. So that's much better. Just make sure you change the offset to -100. Just think of it as ramp up, your text gonna go up, and then if you send to ramp down, your text gonna go down. Now let's try triangle. And triangle is basically, it's gonna mimic the triangle shape there. It looks like a triangle. And then if we change it to round, the movement kind of mimic a round shape. And then smooth, it's gonna look smooth. It's almost like a wave kind of shape. So those are the difference between shapes. Now I'm gonna turn this back to ramp up. And let's move on to ease high and ease low. So let's set ease high to 100% and see what it looks like. So as you can see there, the movement of each character, it's kind of like slow at the start and then it ramps up at the end. So you can think ease high as the curve goes high. So it would start slow and then it goes up. Ease high, curves go high. If we change ease high back to 0 and then change ease low to 100, it's gonna do the opposite, which is it's gonna start fast and then it slows down at the end. So think of it as ease low, curve goes low. Now ease high and ease low will do the opposite if you change it to -100. Say ease high. Remember when we set ease high to 100, it would mimic curve that goes high. So it will start slow and then it ramps up at the end. But then if we change it to -100, it'll do the opposite. It will start fast and then end slow. Same with ease low. When we change it to 100 for ease low, it was starting fast and then it slows down at the end. But this one, if we change it to -100, it will do the opposite, which is start slow and then ends high. And the last one here is randomize order. Basically, it's just gonna randomize each of the characters. And you gotta remember, these text animators actually apply to each individual characters, not the text as a whole or as a sentence. Now we're gonna move on to bounce. I'm just gonna copy this text here and then move to your bounce composition and then paste it there. I'm just gonna delete this one. So we already have our animation here, and I'm gonna rename this animator to position 01. Now in order to create a bounce effect, we're gonna have to duplicate these text animators. And before we do that, I'm just gonna change the based on from lines to characters. And then I'm gonna click on the position 01 again and then duplicate it by holding Control D. I'm gonna open position 2, and basically I'm gonna change the position to a minus number that counteract the previous text animators value. You can change it to minus 100, so that kind of like counteract the previous value. And I'm gonna move this keyframe forward a little bit, and let's have a look how it looks like. Now it looks so much exaggerated, so basically I'm gonna change the position value to minus 50. So it's like a half of the previous value, but just change it to a minus number. And that looks bit better already. Now I'm gonna duplicate the position 2 again, and this time I'm gonna change it to a positive number to counteract this value. So I'm just gonna change it to 25, and I'm gonna move the keyframes forward a little bit. So in order for me to explain it to you a bit clearer, I'm gonna move these keyframes a bit away from each other. So let's have a look at the first 2 characters. So what happens here is this text goes up by 100 because the value here is 100, and then it goes down by 50 because the value here is minus 50, and then it goes up a little bit again by 25. So that's what makes the bouncy effect. And then the last thing that we want to do is to create an opacity at the end of these text animators. So hit animate and then click opacity, and make sure when you do that you have to click away, because otherwise if you, for example, if you select this and then you hit animate and then click opacity, it will actually, the opacity will be placed under that text animators. So just make sure you click away first and then click opacity. I'm just gonna change this to 0 and then animate the offset again. Pretty straightforward. And basically what it does, it just kind of like animate the opacity on top of all the bouncy position animation. So that's bounce effect. Now let's move on to wiggle. In order to wiggle, you just have to add position text animators first, and then you wanna click add here next to the text animators and select selector and wiggly. Now you want to change the position to like just a small number, so for example 2 by 2, and then open the wiggly selector, and these are all the settings that you can play with. So it kind of like wiggles a little bit. Basically you can change this wiggles per second. At the moment it's set to 2, so there's only 2 wiggles at 1 second. I'm gonna make it to 10 so you can see the difference. So it's wiggling 10 times in a second now. And then there's correlation. At the moment it's set to 50%. If you change it to 100, it basically gonna wiggle your text as a whole. But if you change it to 0, then it gonna wiggles each character individually. So I usually choose that one because that's what I want the character to be able to wiggle individually. And again, there's the based on. You can choose words if you just want to wiggle the word, or lines if you want to wiggle it per line. But I'm just going to change it back to characters. If you feel the wiggle looks too subtle, you can always change the position. Like for example, I'm going to change the value, the Y value to 10 here. So it will wiggle more. But I'm just going to change it back to 2 because I just like it to kind of like jittery, to have that jittery effect a little bit. You can also add rotation. So add property rotation. Your text kind of like wiggles in the rotation as well. So for example, if you change the rotation to 90, so basically the wiggle gonna affect your rotation. But for this case, I'm just gonna do 2 degrees. The less is the better usually. So you just have a little bit of rotation. So that's wiggle. And obviously there's a lot of other values that you can do. There's rotation, scale. The basic is exactly the same. So you just have to change the values, say 90, and then you just have to animate the offset like that. I don't usually do rotation because it looks ugly to me, but you can always experiment with it. And yeah, you can just play around with the events and it's all the same. There's also fill color, so you can actually animate the color. So at the moment it's set to red, so if we animate the offset to 100, it's basically going to change from red to white. And usually when I animate these values, I always end it with opacity at the end. Sorry, I'm just going to undo that because I forgot to click away. Do that again. So it's basically just to add that animating in effect. There are so many values that you can play around with. But that's the basic technique of Text Animators, and you can apply other values like rotation, scale, colors, even tracking. And yeah, just experiment with it. Go crazy. And then don't forget to tag me on your work on Instagram. Hope you enjoyed that tutorial, guys, and I'll see you next time.